Today to talk about the Biden administration's war on American energy. Over the last 2 years, Joe Biden's energy policy seems to have been based on two principles. One is restricting American energy production, and the second, regrettably, is a policy that benefits China. Time and again, Joe Biden's energy policies have hurt America and have helped China. On Joe Biden's first day in office, he shut down the Keystone XL pipeline, and I think he did it for spite. Would have brought 800,000 barrels of oil to this country every single day. Joe Biden then stopped all new energy leases on federal land, and in Wyoming we have a lot of federal land. He did it in a way that was blatantly illegal. A federal judge actually ordered Joe Biden to follow the law, to sell energy leases. Follow the law, Mr. President. Now, as of today, Joe Biden has leased fewer acres of federal land for energy than any president in modern times. And he raised the royalty rate for oil and gas development on federal lands. Now, this is the fee that the government collects for energy that's produced on federal lands. He raised it by half, and he did it overnight. These higher fees will get passed on to consumers in the form of higher prices. And oh, by the way, people are noticing the price at the pump is going up again. Joe Biden also raised taxes on natural gas by billions of dollars. Raised taxes on coal by $1 billion as well. As a nation today, we're still producing about 2 million barrels of oil less than was projected we would be producing every day a number of years ago, before the pandemic. With lower production and higher taxes, it is no wonder that energy prices have been painful for the American people, punishing for the American people who are just trying to make ends meet. Working families have lost nearly $3,000 specifically because of Joe Biden's radical left-wing energy policies. They're paying a lot more than that for additional causes of inflation. But on energy alone, about $3,000 more than they should have spent.
Hello, friends. Happy Friday to all of you. I have breaking news to share with you this evening. The Internal Revenue Service has made a big announcement for all Americans. There is new important information on future relief checks from states and our federal government. Friends, please make sure that you watch until the end of this video if you received an inflation relief payment in the past. Also, to say thank you for being part of this community and for joining me here every day, I will be announcing 2 winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway in a video later today. If you would like to enter the giveaway, all you have to do, friends, is click and like several of my videos, and then do comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, the greater your chances, dear friends, of winning the weekly giveaways. Just today, the Internal Revenue Service announced that most relief checks issued by states last year are not subject to federal taxes, providing 11th hour guidance as tax returns start to pour in. A week after telling payment recipients to delay filing their returns, the Internal Revenue Service said it won't challenge the taxability of payments related to general welfare and disaster, meaning that taxpayers who receive those checks will not have to pay federal taxes on any of those payments. All told, the IRS said special payments were made by 21 U.S. states in 2022. The IRS has said in a statement today, the Internal Revenue Service appreciates the patience of taxpayers, tax professionals, software companies, and state tax administrators as the IRS and Treasury work to resolve this unique and complex situation. The states where the relief checks do not have to be reported by taxpayers are California, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, Florida, Hawaii, Idaho, Illinois, Indiana, Maine, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, Oregon, Pennsylvania, and Rhode Island. The IRS said it also applies to supplementary energy relief payments in the state of Alaska that were in addition to the annual permanent fund dividend. In addition to that, many taxpayers in the state of Georgia, Massachusetts, South Carolina, and Virginia also avoid federal taxes on state payments if they meet certain requirements. In California, most residents received a middle-class tax refund last year. It was a payment of up to $1,050, depending on their income, filing status, and whether they had children. The Democratic-controlled state legislature approved the payments to help offset record-high gas prices, which peaked at a high of $6.44 per gallon in June 2022. So a key question was whether the federal government would count those payments as income and require Californians to pay taxes on it. Many California taxpayers had delayed filing their 2022 returns while waiting for an answer. The IRS said that it would not tax the refund. The state of Maine was another example of U.S. states where the IRS stance had created confusion. More than 100,000 tax returns already had been filed as of Thursday. Many of them submitted before the IRS had urged residents to delay filing their returns. Democratic Governor Janet Mills pressed for the $850 relief checks last year for most residents of Maine to help make ends meet as a budget surplus had ballooned. Her administration designed the relief program to conform with federal tax code to avoid being subject to federal taxes or included in the federal adjusted gross income calculations. Senate President Troy Jackson called the confusion caused by the IRS harmful and irresponsible. Easing inflation and a strong labor market are helping consumers feel better about the economy this month. The preliminary Consumer Sentiment Index for February increased to 66.4 from 64.9 in January. That is the best reading since January 2021, when the index read 67.2. Economists were expecting the headline index to increase slightly to 65. Sentiment has been buoyed by the recent cooldown in inflation and continued strong economic data, especially the job market. In January, the U.S. economy added 517,000 jobs, and the unemployment rate dipped to 3.4%. That was the lowest level since May 1969. However, the uncertain economic picture has many consumers still concerned about what's coming. While the index measuring consumer sentiment about current economic conditions increased to the highest level since December 2021, the index of consumer expectations, which measures sentiment about where the economy will be in a year's time and also 5 years' time, has dipped to 62.3 from 62.7. Another potential wildcard could be the debt ceiling. Just 3 weeks ago, the U.S. reached its $31.4 trillion debt limit that was set by Congress. And the U.S. Treasury has started taking extraordinary measures to avoid default as pressure grows for Congress to act quickly. Consumer sentiment took a hit during the previous debt ceiling run-ups in 2011 and 2013. So inflation expectations are very crucial data points for the Federal Reserve. If consumers believe that prices will remain high, that could factor into increased wage demands, which could cause businesses to raise their prices. Well, my amazing and most beautiful friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for this Friday. Friends, thank you so very, very much for being part of this community and for joining me here every day and watching the new videos that I post. I will be announcing 2 winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway in a video later today. Thank you, friends, and have a wonderful and blessed Friday.